Okay, here we are on my happiest birthday. So, what the heck? Let me try and get myself up on YouTube. YouTube's changed something. I don't know what. It seems a little crazy, but there we are. I don't know why that wouldn't come up. Anyway, I like YouTube chat. Hey, Dee Dee, you're here early. Hi, Barbara. Help yourself to birthday cake and assorted beverages to celebrate my sweet 16. Ugh, sweet 16 all over again. Can you imagine going back to 16 and getting your driver's license and feeling unsure about everything? Ugh, I don't want to do that. Hi, Flo. Hi, Shaz. Hi, Dorothy. So, yeah, assorted beverages. In my case, it's iced coffee. Thanks, Dorothy. So far, it's been an awesome day hanging out over at Dee Dee's with you goofballs. So, not much going on. To me, a birthday is just really another day. I get birthdays every day, all year. So, I do remember the excitement, though, from birthdays as a kid, because your mom and dad would buy you a bunch of stuff. Thanks, Rachel. Happy birthday, freak. It's my birthday. So, but yeah, it's just really another day. Just like all the others, except you guys treated me really nice at Dee Dee's, which was way awesome. Let me see what I want to do here. Okay. Hi, Linda. Say hi to Tim. Thank you. Hi, Kathleen. Thanks. You fell asleep during Dee Dee's? Well, she did a mostly naked girl this morning. Hi, Anne. Marsh was happy. And that's pretty much all I care about, whether or not Marsh is happy. Yeah, I thought that was cute, Linda, that Tim said that I saw the photo of him with his package from Dee Dee. And anytime you get a package from Dee Dee, it's an awesome day for sure. But that he's going to do a train collage. Marsh did not fall asleep. Exactly. He was checking it out. And I was kidding about getting Robert to look at it, He's probably watching porn down on his computer right now. I noticed that right off, Barbara. It was a good stream, though. I always look forward to Dee Dee. Oh, that reminds me. Dee Dee, should I show him that page in my Beast? Hi, Kat. Thank you. Here, I'll just show it. What do I care? I know, a poster-sized man card, right? I have been trying, you guys. I have not been succeeding of doing something in the Beast, drawing every day because I miss Inktober, and I still miss Inktober. There's my shopping cart that I drew. I don't know if you can see it because it's graphite on crap paper. But anyway, I was drawing a shopping cart because that was the day we went and got groceries. And then I did this last week, and then I went ahead and filled in. And I did buy a ticket for that huge lottery, 1.6 billion or some ridiculous amount of money. So I fell for that. And then Tuesday went and voted. I got my birthday box from Dee Dee, but that was on this day. And I did pay the bills, and I used the washi tape that Dee Dee sent in the Beast. And this was the map to go pick up Jackie that Saturday. And then this is the page I said, should I show? These are the election returns. But I wrote in here, thank God for Dee Dee and Denise. Because I was just pissed. But I got to sit and watch Dee Dee and Denise. So that was a good day. And then Dee Dee, you said something this morning when you were doing the background with those shapes and stuff. And somebody in chat mentioned, you could do Zentangle in the background. which I do commonly. And I had done this over the weekend. And this is where I wrote an entire journal of watercolor swatches by color. Do I want to do that? Where to start? So that was just what I did. But I did do Zentangle in the background. And then I did this as a sample, except I would do it all like all yellows, all oranges, all reds. I don't know. So I don't know. I actually got out a new journal and started spacing it out and everything. And then I thought, you know what? It'll be just like every other thing. It'll be a journal that goes on a shelf, and will I ever actually refer to it? And what got me thinking about this was actually Miss Lena did a whole poster and framed it. Hi, Kimberly. Anybody I've missed? Barbara Clark. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. I don't know. It's just, I was just complaining about this to Dee Dee a minute ago. So, but then I think, well, Lena was going to use her poster that she hung on the wall actually as reference. And then I got thinking, well, I have this cool swatch thing of all the watercolor, and no judgment here. It's my birthday. You cannot judge. Okay? Cannot judge. There's for my birthday. And then yesterday I was doing laundry, so I sat down and I tried to draw the laundry. Now it's all put away, so I can't finish that drawing. Anyway, so this, I have all these swatches, so I actually can compare all the different watercolors that I have. So I'm just looking for something to do to play with my stuff, I guess. I don't know. But I already have this. Can you imagine doing that on a poster, though? Wouldn't that look so cool? Thank you, Barbara. Hi, Terry Brett. I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. Hi, Tambit. Thank you. I know, Shaz, but these make the poster. Okay, Dee Dee's saying make the poster. Okay, I'm going to sit down and do the math. I started the math once and then threw it away, and then, okay, I'm going to sit down and do the math, and then I'll get the Arches watercolor paper when I go to Joplin the next time. But I already have the method to do what I think the poster's going to do. It's just, are they not fun? When they're all spread out, they're just so fun. You can always just roll it up. I know, Dee Dee. But will that turn out just like the journal then, Dee Dee, where I have it rolled up, and yes, it's available, but when I need it and want it, will I actually go get it? The thing about having it hang on the wall is it's just right there. It's in your face all the time. You'd wear it as a necklace. You probably would, Dee Dee. But you can get away with jewelry. I don't wear jewelry. So, well, mostly I can't. I think when we do swatches, we suddenly realize how many are. Oh, God, Shaz, you have no idea. None. But anyway, so that's my dilemma. Boy, I got into a long thing. And I have one of these for most of the supplies that I have. Just these little swatches. So they're always right here hanging. Let's look at some of them. What the hell? What's this? Oh, these are just other water soluble products. So those would be like ink tints, Neocolored 2s. Yeah, so those are all the other water soluble products. God. Now you guys can see why I don't need to order a damn thing for myself. So I have tons of these laying around. Well, they're actually hanging on my little chest right behind me. So anyway, the other day I got a nice surprise in the mail from our friend Tina. She sent me for my happiest birthday, she sent me a pack of microns in the real small nibs. So thank you, Tina. I know you've got a migraine. I almost called you back, Dee Dee, and said, oh yeah, there's more, Shaz. There's more than what yeah. I love doing swatches. Are you kidding? So yeah, Tina had a migraine this morning, Dee Dee. I almost called you back and told you that. So Tina, get better. I've only ever had one migraine in my life, and I would honestly rather do anything than suffer through that. So I feel sorry for her. Hey, Marsh, thank you. And then Amy, she's not going to be here today. Wolf Princess Amy sent me this because she knows what a weird little creature I am. And I haven't played with it yet because I was acting like Dee Dee and being an adult about the whole thing. And it comes with this little guy who's very cute, has his mouth sewed up, which, I don't know, that sounds like a good idea to me. And then it comes with these little pins. I don't want these little pins going everywhere. OMG, can you imagine that? I'd be walking all over them, and I never have shoes on. So you take the little push pins and stab him. And that's what I was going to say, Dee Dee. I feel like a voodoo master already. I mean, it's like you don't even need to practice that much, and you become a voodoo master. I know, I was acting like an adult. I was kidding, Barbara. Yeah, well, Marsh, Dee Dee has the market on romantic hunk pages or romantic floozy pages, whichever way. I was afraid to play with it all alone. Ouch. See, that's just it. But look, he got a little belly button. We'll give him a little belly button. Yeah. I noticed where you stabbed right in his heart. So thank you, Amy. Lane hurt his arm and he has to go. He's having surgery on Wednesday, so he has to go see a doctor this morning, pre-surgery. So I haven't tested to see if I need to write the person's name on it and then stab it, or if just thinking about the person and stabbing it works. Hey, Marsh, you want to be first in line for my experiment? Not floozy, pinup girls. Oh, is that what she was, Dee Dee? I was waiting for you to get out those hooker shoes. So thank you, Amy. And I'll have you and Lane in my prayers. He tore a tendon in his elbow, which sounds incredibly painful to me. But it sounds like they're going to be able to fix it, so it's all good. And I got Dee Dee's birthday card, and it said something about being an awesome person. And I couldn't agree more. Uh-oh, experiment. Sure. I like you, Marsh. Come on over. Circle of Doom again. What? What are you talking Circle of Doom? Yeah, Marsh is brave. You know what would happen? Marsh would come here and say, I'm here for the experiment. Experiment on me. And Robert would meet him out front. Next thing you know, him and Robert would be BFFs, and I'd never see Marsh. The leg circle. Huh, is anybody else getting it? I'm plugged in. My Wi-Fi's off, and I think I did everything in the buffering Circle of Doom. Okay. You've got it too, Shaz? That's really weird. Just Rachel. Okay. Whew. Had me nervous there for a minute. And what else? I haven't been up to much else, honestly. All good in Australia, all fine there. Okay. All right. Then it's just Rachel. Rachel, that's probably because you were being a little mean to me. I hope you heard that in all your buffering over there. So I thought today, just to keep it chill, keep it real chill on my happiest birthday, I would just watercolor in either the Art for Joy's Sake, which I'm going to have to probably pull out a little bit for that, Hi, Chris. All right. No circling. All right, good. Oh, sure. Just Rachel. Take it personal, Rachel. Anyway, I've showed this book before. It's by Christy Rice. I I love it. Um, when you want to just play with your supplies, it's kind of like, oh, wait, I had something else to show you. I'll do it first before we get into the project. You guys know I play in the Beast, and I love like journaling stencils, and I have a lot of them. So one of the things that, thank you, Chris, that was driving me crazy is I ordered these stencils off of probably Amazon, and I've had them all for years. And for a while, I kept them in like a small 3-ring binder thing. And you got to find the right way to store your stuff, right? So some of them that I used a lot, like this one in front that has the smaller perfect alphabet on it, I use this one all the time. So it was always out. And some of the ones I use frequently were always out. And I thought, you know what? I got to do something with this. Driving me crazy. And it doesn't take much to drive me crazy, which you guys know. And I like things organized. I like them in their place. And I like things together. So I thought, well, why don't you just make a little box like these other storage things that I've done? So I made myself, and it's simple, just 4 by whatever, I don't know, whatever the measurement for the card, extra heavy card stock or chipboard that I used. And then I collaged on it, and it's like my other storage boxes. But look at how nice. And then I made little tabs so I could organize all the different little stencils that I've got. And look at how nice it fits in this little box. And I can pick it up and move it onto the couch. I can keep it right here, nearby where I work a lot. Is that not awesome? So get your butt organized. But I'm really happy with my little box. That's what I did Saturday. Oh, yeah, there were rulers involved, Rachel. Don't go getting all crazy on me or nothing. There were definitely rulers involved in that bad boy. Because not only when you make that, you have to make the construction strips and everything. So it's like a day-long project of rulers and straight lines. Are you kidding? Move over, IKEA. There you go. There you go. Hi, Kathy Carney. Hi, Ann. And what's really funny to me is that my bigger stencils, the 12 by 12 and then the smaller ones, I already keep in a box like that. Only they're not tabbed. They're just in there randomly, which is stupid, but you can't tab them all. Anyway, why did I never make one for my little ones that I use all the time? I don't know. I just don't know. Sometimes I have brain farts. So anyway, I've shown this book before, Art for Joy's Sake, Christy Rice. This is just those watercolor sheets that's stuck in front. And I have 2 of her books. And she does kind of free-flowing kind of artwork, and then gives you a sheet where she has completed the art. And there aren't many pages left. Okay, this would be an example where she has completed the art and then gives you the exact same art to do. You saw a meme, a big pile of wood, IKEA log cabin. Oh, you've never seen this book, Shaz? It's really just kind of a color book for watercolor. It's on watercolor paper, which is not the best watercolor paper. But this is her version, and then this is my version. Let me see if I need to move out just a little bit more. And I've done quite a bit in it. See, like this one, I don't mind the artwork, but I don't like her colors necessarily. So this one I would do completely different. This one again, just not crazy about it. I think I'd like this one better if the background was black. This one, a lot of them need to be finished. The name of the book, and it's quite a big book. Look at, it's 11 inches tall by 8.5 inch wide. So they're fairly large pages, and it's called The Art for Joy's Sake Journal. And she's got quotes sprinkled throughout, and it's just a fun book. I've had it forever. But I think, for one thing, because I've done a lot of these pages, I think it's really helped me with my watercoloring, even though it's on crap paper. And it's not horrible paper, but it's just not the best, you know, and you can't expect that if they're going to sell the book somewhat reasonably. But a lot of these I could go back now with colored pencil and define them a little better. I like this one. I don't like the center of that flower, but I like this one with the black background. Excuse me. My non-skid dual rule. But have no fear, Miss Dee Dee. I have my other ruler. It needs to be shined, but it's sitting right here because it hasn't been hung on the wall yet. I like this one because it's got the cork back. So yeah, if you just want to play with watercolors, I'd say this is your book. There's one page in here that I want to draw. Now watch, I won't be able to find it. This one would be so much better too if the background was black. Oh, where is it? This one. This one, I absolutely love this color. Yours are better blended, just saying, more realistic. Yeah, it's probably just a difference in styles, I guess, Rachel. I don't know that I have my own style, but I do love these colors. So, but she didn't do this page for me to paint. Make art for joy's sake. So I haven't picked out a page, but then she did this other book, and I'm pretty sure I should have written it down. I could go back and look in old videos and find it, but I'm pretty sure that Z sent me this one because she knew that I loved Christy Rice's Painterly Days, and she calls it the watercoloring book for adults. The problem with this book, and I do like the art and I like the quotes and everything, the images are so small. But there was one page in here that I thought I could do, you know, like this one, the images are sizable enough. But there was another page. But her birds and owls and everything, in all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. Aristotle. I like this mushroom page. It could be fun to do. And then the other page that I thought the images were somewhat reasonable size. This one's hard because they're small. And probably what I could do with them is just paint the small image and then cut it out and use it somewhere else. Because I can't imagine myself sitting and watercoloring this whole page. I just can't imagine doing that. This one's got reasonable sized images. And then this strawberry page. I kind of like this strawberry page. So I might do that today. And the thing is, like on this page, the back side of it is the exact same art. So you get two images of the same artwork. But this is another. I like the book itself. And there's quite a few images in here. Let's do the strawberry one today. And if it comes out good. See this one, because of the small stems and stuff like that, I can't do the background black. This one, I maybe could, but again, she's got those small stems. I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys have a preference or do you care? I know it's really hard to see with the gray ink. Let's do the strawberries. It's got big images. All right. And I'm going to tear these pages out of the book, and then I'll just store them. The book has a wraparound cover. I'll just store them in the back in the wraparound cover. What do you think? Better size? Yeah, maybe watercolor pencils. That's tiny. Hi, sister. That's an idea, sister. Normally I use my water-soluble pencils to draw with, so that whatever I'm painting just disappears into the background, right? But you guys know I'm not a color book person. I can't sit down and color. I kind of wish I could, and I bought a bunch thinking, oh, that's something I would enjoy, just to use my stuff and, you know, be doing something. But after I tried a few pages, it did not relax me. Now, sitting down and drawing a graphite drawing, to me, that's very relaxing. But coloring in a coloring book absolutely stressed me. Could you do a black background and then use Posca to draw on the stems? I guess I could do that, Rachel. Because I like the, black background. All right. There's my little watercolor dab sheet. And I thought, just because, I don't know why, I've been using this set of paints lately. Hang on, hung up here. I've been using these Pagos 36 watercolors lately. They're pretty inexpensive, but I just like the colors. So I've been using them quite a bit lately. And I'll try and leave that out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And Dee, when you're using watercolors, it's okay if you have this palette that has colors that you don't clean off, because you can go back and use them again. It's when it's acrylic or something and you're just trashing something out that, see, that's the rules of cleanup. Do you get it? You can leave this a mess because you can go back and use it again. If this was acrylic, no, you need to clean that up while it's still wet so you haven't trashed something out. No, I don't. But the thing about the dab sheets, Rachel, is when they become bothersome to you, you put them in the trash can, which is right at your left foot. Hi, Z. I just showed, in fact, I'm working out of the Christy Rice book. So thank you very much. I have a tray one. I know I've seen it, Dee Dee, and every time you pull it out, I just go, oh my God, that thing is so trashed out. And this is just a, I'm going to use this brush. It's just a fine touch. So it's really cheap. And the hairs come out sometimes, but I don't care. It does not get, oh, I could tell that, Dee Dee. You don't have to explain that. That was pretty darn obvious. So I think that's all we had to talk about before I start painting away. All right, let's look at what we're painting. I definitely need red for the strawberries. I'm going to need green for the leaves. What else? There's multiple kind of leaves on here, and then just the stems. So yeah, let's do the red first. I like this red. I'm going to get it real wet. And I don't know why I'm using this brush rather than one of my better ones. It's just out, I guess is why. All right. So what do you guys want to talk about? Robert did not get me anything for my birthday because we have a rule that when we want something, we just buy it. So, and I haven't thought of anything I really, really want. Oh, Z, Dee Dee, ask Z in chat about what we were talking about, whether or not the color wheels are the same as the Jane Davenport watercolors. Because whenever Dee Dee uses those Jane Davenport watercolors, I get this crazy idea that I want them. Because I like the colors, but you just saw my swatch of all my watercolors. I need more watercolors, like I need a damn hole in my head, right? I have not, Z. I'll have to go look. Red is typically a very translucent color, so I may have to come back and go over these. The way I could prevent that is by going direct from the paint pan to the sheet, but then it's a little bit harder. You get too much paint in one place, not enough in the other, so I try not to do that. I do it a lot in the Beast, though, because I'm working on the couch and don't have that available. Waiting for Z's answer about the paints. I'm probably just going to break down and buy them. All these little things, hard to see. Z said yes. Okay. The layer cake paint is in the color wheels. They're like gouache watercolors. I love them. Reach for them instead of her watercolors. All right. Z, I'll have to go on the website and then leave a message for Jane that says Z sold me on them. What do you like about them best, Z? I have to say the colors, to me, are very intriguing. Like the set that Dee Dee used this morning. Those greens were really nice, and God, I need more stuff like I need a hole in the head. But you can always make more room for watercolors. That's the rule. I have to watch your recording from yesterday, Z. And I hope you're feeling better, by the way. This appears to be about the same paper quality as the other book, if I had to guess. Not horrible. You're not going to do fine art on it, but I'm not doing fine art anyway, so. I'll read chat here in just a second. The layer. Okay, Z. Yeah, I was planning on going and watching your recording from last night anyway. Can anyone recommend a granulating watercolor like Daniel Smith that doesn't require a mortgage? No, not really, Kat. I've not found any that granulate quite as good as Daniel Smith. And honestly, Kat, I would say save up and just buy the best ones you can afford. And if it takes a while to get a set, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of any inexpensive watercolors that granulate well. For real. Do you have any of the Daniel Smith Primatech, Kat? The thing is, you have to buy the whole tube, and it takes a lifetime. Ugh. Hang on, I'll see if I can hide that guy. I'm going to have to figure out how to do the subscriber chat. I thought when you did it once, it lasted forever, but apparently not. So I'll have to go back and find out how to do that again. Or maybe I'll just end up doing what Dee Dee did and put certain words in chat that automatically hides the user. But then what if I say those words? I think it's funny that Shaz got a notification that my channel was sensitive. I didn't think I was that bad. Maybe I am. Maybe I have no clue. I try and be really good. Well, I don't. I try, kind of. Right. Oh, time sensitive. Not. Oh, I feel so much better now, Shaz. I thought you were talking about like content sensitive, and I was saying, man, I haven't showed any naked anything. Not like Dee Dee. Sometimes I say a bad word, and then I draw dictators, but I didn't think that that would be on your record, on your permanent record, might be on your incidental record, but not your permanent record. All right, time sensitive, I can understand. Hey, they were covered. But if I ever showed up in that, man, it would be totally scandalous. And I don't necessarily have a problem with nudity. Like, but it's, I will admit that it has to be age appropriate nudity. Like, I don't want to see old people nudity. Okay? Just saying, Dee Dee, could you keep that in mind for your next X-rated show? perfect example of a cheap brush. Just lost a bristle. Hey, CB, thank you. Janet says that now, but she was strongly considering popping out of a birthday cake in her birthday suit. That would never happen, Barbara. You have no idea how modest a person I am. I'm the most modest person you know. Long sleeves, turtlenecks, that's what I'm about. I might have to go back in with a yellow Posca and put the seeds in here. And I'm okay with that. I'm not a purist. Don't care. Don't care even a little bit. It's all about the fun and using your cool stuff. And I have cool stuff. Damn brush. Now I know why I don't use cheap brushes. Buy yourself some good brushes. I have good brushes. A little baby one right there. You have to really pay attention, I'm telling you. Let's go back and see if I missed a part of one there. All right, let's see if we missed anything else before we get too far. Missed more than I thought, apparently. Why weren't you guys screaming at me? Of course, you probably can't see with the grayscale. Some of this stuff, I don't even know what it is, so we'll just turn it into what we want. How about that? All right, looks good, I think. We'll have some coffee. All right, we lost Rachel. Did Rachel have to bail with her bad internet? Read and chat. Janet would rather have Barbie Janet be pantless than wearing. Well, true that, Cat. Yeah, I'd rather have Barbie go around in her underoos. Poor Rachel. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm not going to check my phone unless it's you, Dee Dee, because it's been going crazy all morning. So everybody's saying happy birthday. I could at this point, if I wanted to do a highlight on the, oops, on the strawberries. I keep dropping my stuff. You could, while it's still wet, go ahead and pick up some of that paint so you could create the highlights as you go. I think I'm going to add that later. It's just easier for me. You're back, Rachel. I'm sorry you're having such a problem. That just doesn't seem fair when it's the perfect day for you to be here picking on me. Losing bristles as we go. You guys, it's turned really cold here. And I have to say I'm not happy about it. But I saw a picture that Kathy Arbor posted of the snow in her yard. I quit whining almost immediately. Holy crap, she got a lot of snow. I think they've gotten snow in Colorado too. Yeah, I got a message this morning. I think the kids are coming for Christmas, which means I'm going to have to decorate, which is good. That makes me really happy, so I'm cool with that. I don't mind decorating if there's somebody here to enjoy it. So what is really cold? 32 overnight well, it's been, our nighttime temperatures are getting down below freezing, Rachel, and I know everything's relative because you've probably been in your long john for weeks, but for here, 40 during the day and 32 overnight is just baloney. It's going to get colder, I know, so I have plenty more to whine about. It's not like I'm going to quit whining. But you have to remember, just last week, it was almost 80. Thank you, Z. Go have a great afternoon and feel better, my friend. And I'm actually really glad I got out and cleaned out all the gardens, or had Robert clean them out really early. And thank God the house got painted in time. This is what I was really afraid of, is that the house would be half painted and we'd start getting 40-degree temperatures where they can't paint. So I don't know what that is, but it's going to become a little strawberry right now because that's a little too small for anything. Now the people in Canada are going to start making fun of me. You're such a wimp. I am. But you have to remember, too, that our cold temperatures are humid. So it makes it go clear to your damn bones. Ugh, I goofed that up. Let's fix it. All right, I'll chit chat real quick. I'm not moving to Oklahoma. No, we got cold over the weekend. We're 39 Fahrenheit here right now. We had hot weather last week too. See, okay, so you had pretty the same pattern we had, where last week was really nice and warm, beautiful days, sunny. Now it's cold, gray, and in the 30s. And I guess that's normal for this time of year, because I'm thinking in Colorado, we were skiing a lot of years by Thanksgiving, so there had to be a lot of snow in the mountains for that. Doesn't mean I'm going to like it. But yeah, I'm glad everything outside is done. All those little baby leaves, what the heck? I don't know if I should just base the whole thing or go ahead and do the detail on the strawberries so you guys could see that. So the strawberries are all done. Which would you rather see? Would you rather see me base the whole thing and then go back and do the details? I don't mind doing the details on the strawberries first. Or if you don't care. I guess that's an interesting question. What do you guys do? Do you do all your base at once and then come back and do the details? Or do you do, like Dee Dee, I know for stream purposes, does some of each. If she's trying to get a technique across to us. If I'm left to my own devices, I do all the base and then go back and usually don't finish the details. That's how I roll. Your girl was really good this morning, though, Dee Dee. All right. My cat hates me paying attention to the screen. Aw. Pay attention to the kitty then. Hi, Laverne. It's 39 here in Texas. It was 80s last week. I'm freezing. See, Laverne, that's the boat I'm in right now. I do background first, then details. Background first, then big sections with first layer, then just glazing and adding layers, details at the end. Okay, that's typically what I would do. That would be what I do. I don't finish. You and me, sister. Michael always texts me to find out what his weather is going to be tomorrow in Connecticut. That's funny, Rachel. Let's just look. Oops, don't want to do that. Let's look here quickly and see if I've missed anything. I want to go over a couple of them. I think we're supposed to be cold all week, honestly. Not sure, but me too, Rachel. If you get cold, you stay cold. I do that too. And then it's time to just sit your butt on the couch until you warm up. Put a blanket over you, warm up. That's it. All right. Any of the others? Some of these I'm going to go ahead and darken up. I could try just using watercolor pencils over, or not watercolor pencils, just colored pencils over these for the detail. I don't think it's going to be enough though. Ah, this brush. Throw it away. I have to look on the screen to see which ones are the pale ones. I can tell this one is. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background of this. Probably because of all the little elements, it almost has to stay white. All right, is it probably red enough? I can always go back and catch it with some colored pencils if I want. All right, iced coffee. You love winter. Do you even get winter, Dorothy? Do you even get snow? Well, I didn't necessarily move to Oklahoma to get warm, but I knew they didn't have the snow like we had in Colorado. So that was part of it. But I knew they had cold weather because we'd come down here for Thanksgiving most of my life. So I knew it could get chilly down here. But yeah, I expect the real cold January, February. All right, let's just do the base of the green while we're here. Here's our green choices. They're not that great. I think I'm going to do these two greens. Let's use these greens. Soften them. These do re-wet, these Pagos. They re-wet pretty well. Oh, you just opened the same page in your book, Chris. You got this book then. You know, Barbara, I have to say I probably agree with you. I've never been to Canada in the winter, but just based on what I observed sitting down here in Oklahoma, I wouldn't last 5 minutes in Canadian cold. Not even 5 minutes. In Alaska cold, that's over the top cold. I remember when we were in Alaska, one of the postcards, I think my mom actually bought it, in Fairbanks, on one of the banks signs that has the temperature in lights, they were showing temperatures of -54. -54. Can you imagine? That's just shoot yourself in the head cold. Yep, what mailman's just going by. Oh, this paintbrush, I'm about ready to throw it away. Or should I save it and send it to Arlene? If she needs arms. For her dolls. I didn't finish that sentence. I might have to use multiple greens. I'll do these big leaves in this light olive color because it's pretty. One nice thing about this paper, it does dry relatively quickly, so it's not like I'm going around putting my hand in the paint, which I'm famous for. Hang on, I'll read chat here in just a second. It would be nice if the mailman brought me a big fat boy check for my birthday. I don't know who would send me a big fat boy check, but it would still be nice. It's almost like this is repelling the water in certain places, which is odd. It ultimately is accepting it, but I'm having to go over it a couple times, which is really weird. Order Jane's watercolor. I have a couple of Janes somewhere, Dee Dee. Okay, I'll do that. But I wasn't going to buy the wheels. Oh, Dee Dee. I was going to buy the watercolor sets. What you said, there was 6 of them? I wasn't going to get the wheels. Well, I'll go on her site and look what's available. She's spending my money again. I will get some of them. One or the other. I don't think I'm going to get both. I don't need both. I don't think. Well, if Dee Dee has them, then I probably do. Yeah. I was going to wait to see the wheels until you got them, Dee Dee. Let you be the guinea pig. But I'll go watch Z's recording from last night. She has some good bundle offers. That's what Dee Dee was saying. So, all right, you guys have convinced me. As soon as I'm done here, I'm heading over to Jane Davenport's website. What's the shipping like? I'm so spoiled because I have Amazon Prime, so everything just comes to my door free. Free, free, free. I'm getting a little hacked off at the Amazon Prime's delivery guy, though. Can't remember what it was. I ordered something last week, and I was waiting. Oh, razors, replacement razors for Robert's razor. Anyway, he let himself run out, so I was kind of waiting for it because he was like, "When are they coming? When are they coming?" And they took quite a while. I guess they're a third party or something. And it was, I guess, when I was paying bills because I don't very often check my email. Y'all know that. Anyway, I went to check my emails and it said your Amazon order has been delivered. And it had a picture of the package just laying at my front door. Okay, right above where he dropped the package is a doorbell. Okay, if I hadn't gone in and checked my emails to pay my bills, I never would have known that package was out there because by 5:30 it's dark already, right? Would it kill their dumb asses to ring the doorbell? That's what I want to know. Why do they not do that? They could just ring the doorbell and walk away. Because if I hadn't checked, it would have still been there in the morning, which it probably wouldn't have been that big a damn deal. But really, why is it that they can't just ring the doorbell? Does that hack anybody else off, or am I just getting old and freaking grumpy? I'm getting old and freaking grumpy, I'm thinking. Hey, Keisha. Welcome. Yeah, well, I need one of those, Rachel. I'm not getting a dog because, yeah, I'm not getting a dog. I'd love a dog. I would really love a dog, but I'm not getting a dog. Maybe someday, just not right now. Maybe I should just train Robert. When I used to get stuff delivered UPS guy'd ring the doorbell and then stand there and wait for a hug. That's the kind of service I'm used to. So you can understand why these Amazon goofballs make me mad. I did get to see my hunky UPS guy last week, though, and get a hug, so that was good. With watercolor, you got to be a little bit careful getting up close because that red will, if I re-wet it, it will move. One of the dangers of watercolor. All right, now I'm going to see if you guys get hacked off like I do. Now oh my God, Rachel, you are having a lot of trouble. So who is Joy? Who is Joy? Oh, no. Okay. It just sunk in what you're talking about, Keisha. No, it just means joy for you to do. Just useless things for you to do. Hi, Sharon. My dumb mailman keeps getting our mail on my side. We have that around here too, CB. Okay, so, okay, I'm looking back and you guys are saying it annoys you too. Okay, well, cool. Then I'm not just old and crotchety. I have something to look forward to. Yet. Yeah, I have something to look forward to. That's coming in the future. I'll find something to really bitch about. And I'm sure that it's some policy. I just don't necessarily understand it. I think if you could do something to make somebody else's life easier and it doesn't cost you anything and yeah, do it. Don't be a dumbass your whole life. If I ever catch the guy, I'm going to ask him. But he sneaks up, drops it, and then runs like scaredy cat. Maybe he's talked to the neighbors about me. Don't ring her doorbell. She'll make you hug her. And she'll sexually harass you. Oh, that's the same leaf, so we'll delineate it with shading. Hi, Shelly. Yeah, we're not really having a party. It's just another day in the life, you know? That's the way we roll around here. Got into the red there. These are that I'm painting here, this light green, these are not strawberry leaves. I haven't grown strawberries in a long time, but these are definitely not strawberry leaves, I don't think.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Let's see if it's somebody
An
we want to
idiot
talk
is
to.
attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Oh, I'm going to have to call her back. Hey there. Hey.
Hey, how are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Hey, listen, I'm streaming. Can I call you back when I'm done?
Sure.
Okay, good enough. All right, love you. Bye. That's my sister. All right, I think this is the last one. Yeah, see, like right there, it looks like the paper is repelling the water. What the heck is that about? And it's not oil from my fingers. All right, let's double check, see what we've missed. Probably missed something for sure. Hi, other Janet. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Keisha. Yeah, sister. She my sister. Oh, I did forget one. That's the one thing about your birthday. You know they're all going to call. At some point, I will talk to all my siblings, all the kids. Most of them remember that I stream now. And if they don't call, they at least text. Some of this stuff, you guys, I have no idea what it is. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to turn that into a little strawberry. We're going to make up strawberries that maybe don't even exist. But what the heck? We get to do what we want. Because we are the boss of our color books, according to Dee Dee. There was two of them. This one here. Don't know what it is, so it's going to become that. This here. Thank God this paper is absorbent, or I would have just stuck my arm into the wet paint. Yay me. There's another one. A lot of this I think I'm going to get with Poscas at the end, honestly. Looking to see what I missed. There's another little one up here. We'll just turn it into a baby strawberry. Because we can. Yep, there's another one I missed. When they're tiny, it's so easy to miss them. They really never come that small, though. Just saying. All right, I think I got most of the light green. I'm going to do that up here, light green, while the paint's still wet. We'll just quickly go through and do some spines in those leaves that I just painted. All right, let me check in with chat. Take a drink of iced coffee, see what you goofs are doing. Thank you, Other Janet. You think they're plotting something for your 90th? 90th is quite a milestone, Dorothy. They should be plotting something. Okay, caught up with chat. Y'all are entertaining each other's just fine. I'm hoping this will be dark enough. If not, we'll do it with a colored pencil. Don't want that much paint. And I could get out a smaller paintbrush to do these veins. If I really cared, I probably would. And pick up some of the water there. For these little ones, I might wish that I had gotten out a different paintbrush. We're not going to worry about it. Trying to keep this in frame, you know? Hi, Devin. It's a party in here today. Well, I don't know. If it was a party, we'd probably have men jumping out of cakes. There'd be alcohol involved. There'd at least be a damn cake. Don't even have a cake. My bad, though. Poor planning. I don't know. There comes a point where you're okay not to have a party. Just another day. It's that, well, I don't know. I thought earlier, but it would be mostly for Robert, not me, is to put on some regular clothes, not my sweatpant clothes. Put on regular everyday clothes and go get a steak or something for my birthday. I know he would enjoy doing that for me, but honestly, I'd just soon have leftover spaghetti. Honestly. So I don't know. Maybe when I get off stream, I'll say, hey, what do you think about driving up to Miami and getting a steak? Because I know he wants to do something, and I'm just so, it doesn't matter to me, but I know he would love to do something for my birthday. Ooh, banana bread with a candle. I would like that. Or lemon cake. Oh, I would love a lemon cake. But honestly, don't care. And Devin, you don't need an invitation. You're always welcome. If you show up at my door with banana bread and a candle, I promise you, I'm going to let you in. And I'm even going to be nice until the banana bread's gone. Then there are no guarantees. Is that what your hub's got for his birthday? Banana bread with a candle? But who wants to go out in the cold? I don't. Right, we can chat. As long as you're not talking Miami, Florida. There's a little town called Miami here in Oklahoma. It's probably about 30 miles. But the Florida one calls itself Miami. In Oklahoma, they pronounce it Miami. Don't know why. Spelled the same. Everything is the same. But they say Miami. That's an Okie for you. I remember when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my grandmother lived about, I don't know, maybe 25 miles from where I currently live. Had no idea I would live here one day. But anyway, there was a place called Buffalo Ranch in between Miami and where my grandmother lived. And so when I would see the signs for Miami, I would be so excited because I knew we were going to Buffalo Ranch and they had great toys. Well, it really was the Buffalo Ranch. Like real buffaloes lived there. And I like going there because they had a great gift shop with toys, and you could get a picture of yourself with sitting on a buffalo. And when I was a kid, that was a big deal. When you came to Oklahoma, go to the Buffalo Ranch with my grandmother. There wasn't much to do here. There still isn't. So that's why I always feel bad when people come visit. It's like, well, do you want to do something? Well, there's nothing to do unless it's summer and we can go out on the lake or swim or something. There's nothing to do here except art and love life, which is what I do. And bitch about the city people. Hi, Carol. I like your new name, Carol. I didn't tell you that yesterday in chat, but I like your new name, Canadian Artisan. For those of you who weren't at Carol's yesterday, her name used to be Magical Touch. Carol TMT. The Magical Touch. So when you see Canadian Artisan, she's not new. We know her. Carol's been around pretty near forever, right, Carol? Full of useless, I almost said useless, useful information. I liked your gesso experiments too yesterday. Was that yesterday? Why does that seem like that was so long ago? I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. OG, the OGs. All right, let's use the lighter greens. Where'd my cheat sheet go? Now I'm going to use this lime green, and I don't know, I guess you'd call it like shamrock green or something. These watercolors don't have names. They're just in the palette. It came just like this. And I put that right over the yellow. I don't care. Old gals? Oh, I thought it stood for old goats. Old greatest of all times. Now, if I was so inclined, I could have gotten out a smaller paintbrush because I am going to be in a little bit tighter areas. And I really don't want that red spreading, but if it does, oh well, sucks to be me. And the stems, I think I'm going to put them in with colored pencil, honestly. I really do. That's coming up from there, I think. This art is hard to follow. Just saying. You know what I could try? Doing the background in this in like pan pastels. Of course, pan pastels are hard to get into tight areas, so there'd be a lot of cleanup. But the nice thing about them, pan pastels, is a little bit of eraser, boom, cleanup done. I don't know what half this stuff is. Yeah, it seems so quiet when the furnace goes off. Oh, this mess. What the heck? I'm just going to do it all green. I'm Give me just a second. I'll check chat. Check chat. No, I don't. I do not like teeny tiny arts. That's part of the reason I wasn't even sure I wanted to work out of this book, Keisha. Oops. Because of all the small little pieces of art. It's not real conducive to watercolor, first of all. Especially not watercolored with a decent sized brush. But my bad. I could have gotten a different one out. So do not feel sorry for the whiner. And it's not even so much the small spaces as I can't tell what half this crap is. I do like her art, though. I like Christy Rice a lot. We're just making it up as we go along, so who cares? When it's all done, it'll be fine. It always is. The thing about art, and I think a lot of new people don't appreciate this, And even Dee Dee experiences it. It doesn't matter what you're working on. At some point, it's just ugly, whether you just got the base done or whatever. And a lot of times you just got to work through the uglies. And that's sometimes kind of frustrating. But it doesn't matter what piece of art you're working on, whether it's graphite drawing, watercolor, collage, you just got to work through the uglies. Oop, got into the red a little bit there. Red and green is definitely going to make an ugly brown. Just saying. It's looking pretty though. Oh, well, it's great for your zines and doodles. Yeah, for sure. Shelley, it's true. You can ask anybody who does art. That's funny, Kat. They all have a point where they're just butt ugly. And Robert's the same way, Kat. It doesn't matter. I could show him anything, scribbles, and he would be supportive and tell me how nice it is. And then I know he's a big fat stinking liar. But he is always, always, always supportive, which is one of the reasons he gets to stay. Oh, my neighbors must be here. Their dogs are outside barking. Your hubs will tell you if it looks wrong on portraits. Well, on portraits, I think that's a different thing. It either looks like the person or it doesn't, you know. You were good enough to tell me, though, Dee Dee, when I worked on those portraits of my little great nephew. You were good enough to tell me and be honest with me. I think most people just don't want to hurt other people's feelings. But I think if you truly want to get better, you want honest feedback. You don't want somebody just to BS you. You can BS me about everything else. But if I'm looking for an honest critique, I want an honest critique. Because if I want BS, I can turn on the TV and watch the news. And I think most of you probably, honestly, I almost said this to somebody in chat this morning. Shelley, it might have been you. We were talking about something. And I think all of us are probably too hard on ourselves when we're critiquing our art or wanting feedback. Something that Dee Dee would do or I would do, everybody's going to be, oh, that's so good. If you did it yourself, you'd be like, oh, it was so bad. I think we're just too hard on ourselves, you know? Give yourself credit. I think it was you, Shelley. You're way too hard on yourself. And we're not all going to be at the same place. We're not all going to be Dee Dee. We're not all going to be whoever you admire and want to get as good as. If you did the time, you're going to get better. So quit being hard on yourself and just enjoy what you're doing. Do you think I would get on stream and do this crap if I cared? No. All right, I have to go back and read. That's funny, Rachel. Looks great, except for the nose. But sometimes I think you can overwork it too. You don't like BS, period? Me too. I do not like BS. He's just scared. Yes, you, Shelley. You are way too hard on yourself, I think. But I've seen your stuff and you're way too hard on yourself. Get over yourself. There you go. Get over yourself. Not all going to be Dee Dee who has worked at art for over 50 years. Exactly. See, that's just it. That's the whole point is don't compare yourself to other people because one, you don't know their journey. We're all at different points in our journey and that's okay. Okay, I just saw one that I missed. Now I look down again, can't find it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to say you missed the one right in the middle of the page. Dee Dee, in all honesty, because we're the same age, it's been over 50 years. I mean, I hate to burst your bubble, but it's been over 50 years. Hey, Julie, thank you. Let the shenanigans commence. There you go, Keisha. Good advice. Don't look to the left and right. You ain't them. And part of that is because you never know, you probably don't want to be them. I think everybody sells their own self and their own life short. I try not to. I try and be really thankful because I recognize that I live an unbelievably blessed life. And not just on my birthday, every day of the year. And that's not saying that there hasn't been some pitfalls along the way, but I'm still the luckiest girl alive, in my opinion. All right, I think trying to decide if I want to go ahead and do those big ones in this green. I think I do. Yeah, I may not use that other green. Don't particularly care for it. So but you know, I said we're not all going to be Dee Dee. And I mean that. Oh, there's a strawberry. I forgot. But aren't we lucky to have somebody like her who will help us in our journey? Because keep in mind, before the internet, unless you took an art class or could afford to buy the books and stuff like that, we didn't have mentors like Dee Dee, where all we got to do is turn on the computer and bam, there she is, right? So be thankful for that. I don't even know what that is. We're just going to go with this color. People today have it so good. I think those are the little white flowers. Just looking at what I'm missing here. Excuse me. Oh, there's another one. All I'm getting down to now is the white flowers. That's why I'm sitting here going, okay, what do I want to do with this background? Or do I want to just add gray to the flowers? Because for the shadows, like around that leaf and stuff, I'm going to do that colored pencil, I'm sure. Because ain't nobody got time for that. I know there's a strawberry in here somewhere that I saw just a minute ago and thought, well, there's another strawberry. You miss, goofball. You show up here every time because you learn something, usually a dirty word, Rachel. Sometimes you just keep your mouth shut. There you go. Oh, I don't think I do, Shelley. I mean, I think, hi, Karen Sue. I think we're all just striving to be better at something that we enjoy. True that, Shelley. Dee Dee does approach projects fearlessly. Yep. Yep. She's always inspiring. That's one of the reasons I think I've hung in there for, what, 10, 11, 12 years, Dee Dee? And not only just hung in, but continue to look forward to it, you know? Mondays and Wednesdays are my favorite days. Used to be Friday was my favorite day because that was my last day of work before weekend. Go ask Dee Dee about the list making. True that. Okay. I'm going to have to do something with all this. Not sure. I think I'm going to do, if I remember right, what does the strawberry flower look like? We're going to look. It seems like they're yellow in the middle and white. We're going to double check just because we can. Oh, and I was going to tell you guys, when I turned on my fire, it came up to the last thing I'd done on it. And remember I was talking last Monday about the scavenger hunt list, which I've done absolutely nothing to since we worked on it, except that I said I'd kind of like a theme for it. That seemed to kind of be the glue last year that at least kept mine together. And I thought about classic children's books, that I would pick some classic children's books and you'd have to do a page about them. And it's up to you. What do you guys think about that? There's some really good ones out there, you know? Okay. Yep, they're yellow. And even their little spiky things are yellow with a little orange on them and white. That's kind of what I thought. Add it to the list. Yeah, I did. I actually went out, and that's why when I pulled up that page on my fire, I went out and looked up. Let me see where that would be. Where would I have put that little gem of a thing? Let's see here. Okay, here it is. Put it in the beast. We already had on the list page out of a children's book, but then I started looking up. Now this is a total rabbit trail from watercolorings to this. Look at the whole list. Charlotte's Web, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Tale of Peter Rabbit, Little Women, Little Prince, Cat in the Hat, Dr. Dolittle, Raggedy Ann and Andy. That will definitely be on there, Raggedy Ann and Andy, because I remember so clearly my mother reading the Raggedy Ann and Andy books to us when I was a kid. Winnie the Pooh, Heidi, Stuart Little, Pippi Longstocking, Swiss Family Robinson, Treasure Island, Peter Pan, Secret Garden, Grimm's Fairy Tales. Ooh, that's where Dee Dee got that sleazy girl from this morning. Alice in Wonderland, that one will probably be on there too because there's so many cool Alice in Wonderland things out there right now. Mary Poppins, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Black Beauty, The Little Engine That Could, Curious George, Velveteen Rabbit, Hans Christian Andersen Fairy Tales, Black Beauty, A Bear Called Paddington, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, A Wrinkle in Time. When you see the whole list, it's just like, oh, that sounds fun. Do you guys think it sounds as much fun as I think it sounds? Be honest. Don't BS me. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to use a little bit darker or yellow so it'll show up. All right. Let's go around to all the flowers. That's how I'm going to do the center, and then I'll draw the rest in with ink or something. They're not exactly shaped like strawberry flowers, but it's all good. It's all good. There's got to be some fun stuff we can do with children's books, don't you think? Because then you get to use everything else on the list to complete the prompt. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me what you think. And you can be honest. If you think you don't want to do that, say so and I'll say tough. I will be sympathetic to your opinions. Maybe. All right. Did I get all the flowers? Okay, Barbara likes the idea. Sharon says it sounds fun. Missed the question. For the a few items on the scavenger hunt list this year, Keisha, I think we've done it for like 6 years. And last year we kind of did a theme of games. And I was trying to think of something for this year's. And it doesn't launch until New Year's Eve. So I got plenty of time to think about it and refine it. But I was thinking classic children's books might be a fun thing. And then other things on the list, if you've not done it, would be like you have to include a quote. Well, if we did Winnie the Pooh has so many awesome quotes, right? You have to use a coffee filter. You have to use that one, probably will not be on the list, but somebody said it, so I wrote it down. Glitter. I hate glitter. Ransom note. Okay, so for example, on Swiss Family Robinson, you could write a ransom note about that. The whole idea of the scavenger hunt is to give you a framework to puke out all your creativity. And we might assign you items to use, or just like I read to you. But the theme would, the kind of the glue that would hold it all together would be classic children's books. All right. Okay, Rachel likes it. Are we only doing children's stories? Well, Janet, it would be this list, and there'll be 100 prompts. And to win this year, CB asked if to be eligible for the prize, if we could only have to complete 90 of them. I'm totally cool with that. Okay, here's another prompt: a message from outer space. So you could be like writing a message from outer space, or doing a journal page to one of the people out of a children's books. Something in the style of your favorite artist. So you might do Winnie the Pooh as Picasso. So it's really to make you think outside the box, stretch your imagination, 10 get rid of, yeah, to be omitted as you choose. Yep. I just saw one of your prompts, something to do with a train. Did we include that one? Yeah, like you could do a train of nothing but all the characters from the children's books that we choose. So, or a note to self. Maybe something you learned when you read Tom Sawyer, you know? I'm still confused. I'm confused still. Rachel, hold my hand. Okay. Sit right there, Keisha. I'll show you an example of the scavenger hunt from last year. And Keisha, you should probably do it. All right, I'll try and find a page where I did a bunch of prompts on one page. This is the scavenger hunt book from last year. And there was 100 prompts, and I actually did finish it last year. Okay, I just opened it up to this. So I kind of had several games in there. There's Yahtzee. So I just used the scorecard from Yahtzee, drew the dice, and one of the prompts might have been a graphite drawing. Yeah, so I just do a whole book. This page is 2, 4, 6, 7. And I've always said I want to somehow give a prize for somebody who can cram the most prompts onto one page, but still keep it cohesive. But I don't want to be a judge. So anyway, this one is glitter. I hate glitter, but I kept it on the list. So inside these little tea bags is actually glitter. A tea bag, I made the tea bags. An unused product, which was this metallic crap paint in the background. A swatch, which was all the paint. Hearts, I drew little hearts on the tea bag. Snark, I've got a good heart, but this mouse. So the The tea bags have, or the tags on the tea bags have snark on them. This is my cup of care. Oh, look, it's empty. And string. So, and then the paper clip was also one of a heart. So I crammed a bunch on there. So that's what we have to do. So you have to do a whole journal. No, Keisha, you could do 5 prompts. You get to, there are no rules when it comes to scavenger hunt. The only rule I have is that you have fun. And so if you just did 1 page, if something on that list prompted you to create something that you wouldn't have otherwise created, thought about it in a different way, did something that entertained yourself for half a day, whatever, then I feel like it's been a success. Fun is wonderful. Yeah, because you have to do the marketplace, and that to me is more than a full-time job. Are we picking 1 book? Okay, Janet, this is my thinking. I did that whole list, and I don't even know how many prompts we have at this point, and I will definitely be weeding some of them out. I don't know. Last year, I think we picked like 7 or 8 games. I probably will pick 5 or 6, 7, 8, whatever. I don't know. I'll just pick some of these. So you have something to start with, and then you get to put the page together. Do it. Do you do it every day? No, Shelley, I think that's unrealistic. For the 100 prompts, you get from January 1st until April 1st. And the people who finish all 100 prompts, or 90 in this case this year, contact me sometime before April 1st. And then April 1st, it's all done. I mean, that's when the deadline is. And all the people who finish at least 90 of the prompts get thrown into a drawing, and you get a really nice gift. Yeah, you just pick the things from the list. And Terry loves it. I love it too. It is really, really fun. No rules. There are no rules. You get to make up. There's 1 rule. Have fun. See, that's how I feel too, Rachel, that if there's a children's book that, and maybe I should just put that in the rules, that if there's a children's book that's not on the list that you'd rather do the book you'd rather do. I mean, I don't want to put rules or restrictions on any of you, I mean, about anything really, except that don't get naked in my house. That's my rule. I don't want to see no naked in my house. Painful. Yeah, see, that's just it. Don't overcomplicate it. Here's your list of prompts. Have at it. But I have to say about making a book, having this book, when it's all over with, I have to say there's something so satisfying about it, because I do a lot of the pages on stream. But when you look back at really any of your art, I guess the scavenger hunt is just an easy place to smush it all in. There's something so satisfying about going back and touching it, and remembering doing it, and like stuff that we've done on stream, the laughs that we had doing it. That's pretty much, and the whole thing came about as kind of a, I don't know, a lark, really. I never intended to start this and then keep it going from year to year, but people have really enjoyed it. Okay, Julie uses composition books. Hi, other Janet. All the Janets are having a convention on my birthday. It doesn't have to be all on 1 page. No. Hi, Miss Sally. Yeah, you don't have to shove it all. You have 0 imagination, Shelley. That is so not true. Everybody has an imagination. You close your eyes and think up something that is not right in front of your face, and that proves that you have an imagination. I think the thing that most people, and Shelley, this, you're going to fix this because you hang out with Dee Dee. It's not that you don't have an imagination, because just like when Dee Dee mind maps, and she may give you just a color, and all you have to do is think of things that are that color, and then think up a list of professions. Write that list down. Think of a list of everyday things. And that's how you end up with zines like the praying mantis. And I've shown it before, but I'll show it again to you real quick, because it has to do with imagination. And that's what Dee Dee was doing when she made us do it. Well, she didn't make us do it. I think we all were excited to do it. Hang on, it should be right here. Here, this one. Okay, out of those lists that Dee Dee created, and it was a place, an animal or an insect. I can't remember what all the lists were, but if you make those lists and then pick 5 things from those lists, your imagination will kick in. Right, Dee Dee? Yeah, it might be stickers off of vegetables. Anyway, so my prompts for Dee Dee's homework, and I think you could do this any way you wanted. It did not have to be, no, because Kathy Arbor just did a painting. I turned it into a zine because that's what I like. So my prompts were praying mantis, Hawaii, teacher. What else? And I'm sure leaf. Somehow nature may have been one of the prompts. Anyway, I think there were 5 prompts that you had to use. So I crammed all 5 into this little drawing here. The praying mantis jumping on his bed, which was in fact a leaf because he's a praying mantis, in Hawaii, Poipu, Hawaii. And his teacher was teaching him on the computer because he was being homeschooled. So I shoved all the 5 prompts into one thing and then went ahead and just built a whole thing about Poipu and teacher profile and stuff like that. You have an imagination. You might just need a different approach to recognizing how to make that imagination work in your benefit. You see what I'm saying? Is that making sense at all? Hi, Helen. Thank you. Another thing, well, one of the categories was profession, because I think that's how I ended up with teacher. Now I'm having a hard time. What do I want to do with these stems that connect everything? I think I'm going to use the lighter green, because if I decide to do the black background, that will stick out. It's going to be fast and dirty. I think it's easy to think that you don't have an imagination or something, especially people who have been away from, say, art or creativity for a long time. To recognize creativity or imagination or whatever when it happens. Because out in the real world, when you have a job or something like that, I don't think you're encouraged to necessarily use your imagination. They give you a list of things that you need to do, and your job is to just get them done the way they tell you. Where most companies would probably do a lot better if they allowed employees to think outside the box and find a better way. It's one of the advantages that Elon Musk has, is I don't think he's ever thought inside the box. You know, his thinking right now is, well, why can't we build a community on Mars? I did watch, if you want to see how somebody really thinks, somebody who is amazing, I watched an interview with Elon Musk and Lex Friedman, Fridman, the other day. And I don't remember how old it was, but you want to see how a genius thinks? Go freaking watch that lecture. You'll just go, holy crap. I never would have thought like that. And that's probably normal for him. And whether it's because he's on the spectrum somewhere or if he just never had rules. In the meantime, he's fired half of the Twitter staff. They probably needed to go, CB. They have not come up with anything new on Twitter in years. But they need 8,000 people. Holy crap. And now they're whining. They weren't showing up at the office anyway. Now they're pissed off that their cafeteria got taken away. Elon Musk got on Twitter and said they weren't showing up for work, and the average cost per meal in the cafeteria was $400, and they weren't paying for it. Who gets a free lunch at work? The only time I got a free lunch is if I had to take a client to lunch, and most of the time they should have paid me extra for spending my lunch hour with a client that was going to show up an hour before me and get drunk before I got there. Yeah, Amazon's getting ready to fire. I thought it was 11,000, Dee Dee. I heard Disney is having huge layoffs coming very soon. So, yeah, when the economy gets bad, companies got to do what companies got to do, man. This is going to look like a mess, but we're going to do it anyway. And when I say that about taking a client to lunch, I did have one client in Denver. He worked at Ideal Cement Company. They were a really good little client. And they were all over the United States. So their headquarters was just in Denver. But there was a guy named Ed that I used to call on there. And Ed was really a nice guy. I enjoyed the heck out of Ed. Except that when Ed got drunk, Ed was not a fun guy to be around. So he'd call me up and he'd say, how about we go to lunch this Friday? Like, okay, Ed, we can do that. Where you want to go? And there was a little bar restaurant down in Larimer Square that he liked a lot. And I'd always say, well, let's meet down there about 11:30. I'd show up at 11:30 because he could just ride the mall shark over there, but I had to drive. I'd show up, and Ed would have shown up as soon as the place opened, probably 11, so that by the time I showed up there at 11:30, the appointed time, Ed was well on his way to wasted. And I did not enjoy Ed. I did not enjoy wasted Ed at all. But that's what you had to do. But he had no problem calling me up and saying, hey, how about you take me to lunch? I go, okay. One year, Ed was quite a funny guy. He was used to being in purchasing and people entertaining him and doing things for him. I normally gave out turkeys at Thanksgiving. Gave every client a couple of turkeys. And then at Christmas, I gave him hams. And I hadn't called and made an appointment with Ed yet. And he called me up and he said, my wife wants to know, are you giving me a turkey this year? Or should she go ahead and buy one? I said, I'll bring it to your house, Ed. That's what people are like. Yep, Ed would just call. My wife wants to know. I can't imagine doing that, but people are funny creatures. Is last year's list on your Instagram? No, Dee Dee, it's not. There's a Google Doc that I can get you the link for, but I don't think I put the list on IG. You just had to download it off of Google Docs. Does somebody want the list from last year? I don't mind giving the link out. Not at all. If somebody wants to go back and play backwards. But yeah, I just did a link to a Google Doc. Yes, Keisha wants it. All right. You know what? Since I changed over my computer, let me see if I can get into Google Docs real quick. If it's linked to my account. If not, I'll have to do. I'll have to send Keisha. Check it. Let me check. Google Docs. Sign in. Oh, there they are. Scavenger hunt prompts. 2022. Okay, look at that was easy. It had already signed me into my account and everything. Sweet. All right. This is the 2022. Yeah, and then I released the new list on check that link and see if that works. I released the new list on Mariottier's Scavenger Streamathon, and I'm on the mid 10:30 to 12:30, I guess, time slot, and I'm going to try and get it again this year, and I need to contact Mary. And so that will be when the list for this year becomes available. And honestly, I usually have it done ahead of time, so if you can't be there for this streamathon or whatever and you need it early, I don't mind giving it out early. Because there ain't no rules, you know? So is Keisha going to give this a go, really, with her full-time job running a marketplace? Even if you just did a few of them, just pick the ones you like, you know, and do a journal page or something. That's good enough. I just want people to have fun. Just have fun. Mary's still debating about doing it. Oh, really? So thank you, CB. Okay, so she's debating whether or not, okay, well, if she turns out that she doesn't, and we don't have a streamathon this year, because it is a lot of work for Mary, and I totally get that. I'm not going to volunteer to pick it up for her, but we're still going to do the scavenger hunt. I'll probably just either do an impromptu stream myself or just do it on whatever my normal stream closest to when that would be. But I still will do it, whether it's streamathon or not, which is okay with me too. I don't want Mary to do something that she's, is either asking too much of her or she's not enjoying, because it's a lot of work to coordinate all these people. And then if at the last minute somebody backed out, I think Mary was actually trying to stream in their place. But unless it was an absolute emergency, I would never, ever ask somebody to step in and stream for me. January 2nd is a Monday. Okay, so it would just be a day later. That's no big deal, right? Look at Dee Dee on top of that calendar crap. Thanks, Dee Dee. I guess Mary doesn't really have to make up her mind until, the day before, really, except it's good if it gets some promotion. I think we all get better attendance. Used to be Jean did it. Was Jean, right? Yeah, it was Jean. But it's a lot of work. It's not like just put it out there. And I'd like to think the streamers are pretty responsive to Mary, but yeah, been there, done that before. And I think I had pretty much made up my mind that I was going to do it, so whatever works. We will definitely have a scavenger hunt. I think too many people look forward to it. And even if it's only 25 people who enjoy it, I'm good with that number. Hell, even if it's 10, I'm still okay with that number. Because I actually enjoy doing it. I like making myself think outside that box. And I'm not loving this page only because it's so much of the same colors. Maybe my bad. Maybe I like it better when I get some detail on it. Eek, 100. That sounds like... But you get 3 months to do it, Keisha. Yeah, one of them is a postage stamp. Exactly, Dee Dee. And if you're really getting inventive, Keisha, don't use one from the post office. Create your own. Keisha's Creations Postage. No value, mind you. Not in the real world. All right, I think I got most of the stems and all the garbage now. I'll quickly do some details so you can see how it's going to finish up, and then I'll probably finish it off stream sometime this week. Because if it stays cold, I will be inside a lot this week. There, fix that big old blob of crap. Now that's a paper problem where the water pools like that and you end up with a blob. That's paper issue. All right. Let me get out a yellow Posca. Dee Dee, are you out of here? Go have a good afternoon, and I will be talking to you sometime soon, I'm sure. Let's see if I have a little tiny yellow. There's a little tiny yellow. And I want a black and a white color pencil. There we go. Oh, and I'm going to need, let's see. I still haven't put my pencils away from the Monster Journal project because I'm not done with the Monster Journal. Nah, that one I'll have to do. I'm sure there's one that would work better. I think I like that one better. Let's see. I'm just picking out the shading colors that I might use. Okay, that'll work. And the black needs to be really, really short. This is one of those Prismacolor pencils where the lead will come out. So we'll just do it this way. How about that? Hi, Bishop. Thank you. That should work. I really like these Dilutions paint pens because of the tiny, tiny nib. But I have to say I've not been overly happy with their performance. But I love the little baby nib. Let's shake it up some more. Bye, Carol. Thank you. Don't eat cake. I would eat your share if I had some. I don't have any cake. No cake for me. All right. That one's probably going in the trash. Let's see if I have. I did buy a bunch of the really small nib. Ooh, look, there's the yellow. Poscas. Because so much of what I do is fine. Oh, that's perfect. Just buy a Posca and be happy with it, you know? We'll see if this is fine enough. If it's not, I will get a pen. No, this is working great. This is fine. Okay, for right now, I'm going to act like the light is coming directly at it. So one side of the little divot would be shaded, the other side will be highlighted. And hopefully we can get a white pen that will work. That would make it a great day in America.
Check the temperature real quick. Okay.
Is it warming up?
Yeah, it's 45. Heat wave.
Yeah. Woohoo. Poor Robert's stuck in the house because he hates the cold so bad. We have bleachers, a balcony, and then just lurkers that peek out of odd places. Yes, we do. All right. Let's try the Crimson Lake and see if we like that for shading. And I could do this shading with more watercolor if I wanted. A purist would have done this with watercolor. Hey, Robert. Yeah, he just came up to get something to drink and check the temperatures. Now he's back downstairs in the man cave pouting. I can't go out and drive tractors. I can't do anything that's any fun. Breaks my heart. Know what I mean? Okay, and this is when Dee Dee says that she could spend the rest of the day just doing detail. I think that's probably true of any of us. There comes a point where you just got to go, stop, enough already. That's what they're going to look like. Thank you, Rachel. Buy him some warm clothes. He has tons of warm clothes. There's nothing in the world that that man needs, I promise you. On these really, really little ones, ugh, I'm not going to do all that she drew, believe me. I probably should go ahead and get out the green too. And on the small ones, I'm just going to do this. So much easier to control. And I'm not going to spend much time on each of them, I promise you. By going over the red, hopefully I've just smoothed out some of that white. Still will look like a highlight, just not in your face. When I'm working upside down, I have to remember what side I put the shading on. I'll get it all goofed up. I'll shade a leaf so you can see kind of how I'll approach that as well. And I'll go back and do it all at once. Like I'll do all the yellow at once, all the red at once. I won't start, sit and drop things and then go back over it. Hey, Lena. Yeah, I still don't know what I want to do with the background, though. Really don't. It might be one of those things. Maybe I do want to do a Zentangle background, just one that's kind of not solid black, but a darker gray. Maybe that's what I would want to do. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Kind of just do it as I go. Let's see. I'll use that one. See what colors we got here. Okay. I glue my stubs onto the next pencil, and I've shown you guys that before, so I don't waste pencil. And I don't have to draw with stubs or nubs, whichever. What did I do with it? There it is. And it's just glued on, and when I get down where I'm getting ready to sharpen into the next pencil, I just break it off. And then I use the whole pencil and I don't have nubs. I used to love having nubs. Now it's like, why? Why do you want a nub? All right. I just saw a hilarious answer to a kid's homework and I thought, tell me, Helen, Rachel has 16 candy bars. Well, if the Rachel I know had 16 candy bars. I just sit on her and take them all away. Tracy takes four from her and asks for the remaining quarter. The remaining quarter. What would she end up with? Okay, so 12. Kid wrote a slap. True that. Not the answer I was looking for. I'll tell you about a test I took once. It was a history. It might have been civics. I don't remember. Anyway, it was Mr. Hooper, who was my history teacher. And it must have been civics because the question on the test was, what is a quorum? And y'all know what a quorum is, right? In government. And who knows if I knew the answer if I was just being a smartass. And Mr. Hooper knew me fairly well. I actually loved history. But it might have been civics. I had him for multiple classes. He was also a football coach. Anyway, what was a quorum? And I wrote a place where a fish lives. And when I got the test back, I probably didn't know the answer because I liked good grades. So if I knew the answer, I probably would have given the right answer, right? And when I got the test back, he gave me a half point for good humor because he said it made him laugh out loud. So, yep, a quorum, place where a fish lived. When y'all know quorum is 2/3 of members' participation, or at least in attendance. But I get half credit for having at least a good sense of humor. So remember that, kids. If you don't know the answer, make up something at least halfway funny. Lena, when I started streaming, I was talking about your watercolor poster. I still want to do that. And I sat down and did the math. And then I started looking for frames for the size that I thought could fit on the wall where I have a place for it. And I was going to have to get a custom frame, and it wasn't going to be as big as yours. And I was like, do I really want to do that? And I still want to do it. I don't know. Just having, you know what? I'm going to use a different color for that. Looks the same to me. Oh, you will not regret it. Looks so. Oh, now you're. I'm gonna have to do it. Bye, Painty Girl. Hi, but I didn't say hi. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna have to do it. I know it looks beautiful on the wall. I'm just gonna have to do it. Okay, question I have, Lena. Do you refer to it when you're watercoloring? Do you actually use it for what you intended? And I know it doesn't really matter to me either because I just think it would be something so cool. But do you actually use it for the intended purpose? Just curious over here. I'm going to use those, leave those light green until I decide what I'm going to do with the background. Put your big girl panties on and just do it. Okay, Lena. Okay, okay. I'm on it, Mom. The thing that was getting me is that I'm going to have to go order the custom frame because for the space that I have available, it's definitely going to take a custom frame. That was the thing that kind of stopped me is, oh God, do I want to go to that much trouble? But now I'm gonna. Okay, next question, Lena, since you're here and so damn agreeable. Well, never mind. I already thought of the answer. I know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, how did you get your organization of your watercolors? But I'm just going to do it with my swatches. Because you're going to have to get out all your watercolors at once. And doesn't that sound freaking daunting? It does to me. Like, I don't mind getting out one set or two set at a time, but to get them all out at once, But yeah, I'll just use my swatches. See you, Bob. Buy some wood molding and have Robert build you a custom frame. Well, do I want it to look like a barn, CB? I could build my own frame. I mean, I have my very own miter box, believe it or not, CB. It's just one of those things that if I'm going to go to all the trouble, I want it to be like top notch. Not saying Robert's not a carpenter and has no interest in being a carpenter. So he would do his best. Yeah, he would do his best. Okay, you guys, this section up here, I pretty much got done. Let's see. I'll get out. Well, the black's out. I can just use the black. It's fine. And I need orange. Actually, you know what I'm going to use for the orange? Because they're so small. That's probably what I'll end up doing with the flowers. Just putting a little bit of gray on them. No, but he can cut 45. I can do that. 45-degree angles. It is an idea, CB. It is. And I know he would try his hardest because that's one thing about Robert is he's very conscientious. But when I used to do cross stitch, I did a lot of my own frames. Now I have to just decide about the background. What do I want to do about that? What do I want to do about that? All right, I'm putting the large arches on my list. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and get that done. I hope you can still get the big arches there. You used to be able to, but now since they've gotten rid of all the arches, I wonder if I still can. I might have to order it from Blix, which is fine too, but has anybody noticed? Can you still get the large arches at Hobby Lobby? Since I'm going to drive 50 miles. Don't know. Okay. See you, Rachel. I'm almost done here. It's 3 o'clock. Non-glare glass and pretty costs a CCB. That's what I think too. It's going to cost a small fortune, but I don't. If they'll do the glass and everything, I had some of my cross stitch framed. Of course, it's been several years with the non-glare glass. Now, I do have a good glass company here in Grove that I can use. All right, so just pay attention to that part, guys, so you can kind of see how it ultimately ends up. And I'm not sure what to do with the background yet. I'll make a decision soon. So when it gets all the detail, I think it's going to be cool looking. I hope. And I'll just leave it here and work on it here and there. Thanks, Lena. Just something to do. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for sharing my birthday with me. And yeah, you made it a really great day. So I will see you guys around the interwebs when it's not my birthday, but go ahead and treat me special like it is my birthday. And yeah, we'll catch y'all around somewhere. Love you guys. Try and be kind. It's hard for me. All right. Bye, you guys. Love ya.